All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Swain Baddy League, Week 6, as we start the second round robin here with back-to-back week, all rematches of the matches we played last week. And some of those matches should be pretty exciting. This one, maybe not as tantalizing. We've got the Broke Bottom Boys going up against Enemy Gate is Down, and this was a easy blowout win in favor of EGD last week. So we're going to have to see what BBB have up their sleeves to change things up. They've already made one roster swap, bringing in Albino Joe instead of having to play an emergency sub like they did last week. And so we'll see where this game goes. Also, by the way, got a real special guest here casting with me. Everyone, please welcome our good friend 30 to the caster booth.
Hi, how's it going?
Thank you, thank you. So we see things breaking down pretty quick here. That Thresh, if you just watched the montage before this game started, we've got some of the Thresh getting bans. And probably expected that one. There was a lot of pressure put out early.
Yeah, should be an interesting one. Let's see what happened last week between these two teams.
It wasn't good. It was not good for everyone up against that Thresh.
No, it was not. And I'm glad it's off the board. A smart trap to start off here for Broke Bottom Boys.
Yeah, drastically different bans than we saw the week before, which was Maokai, Trundle, Xin Zhao was the first rotation. So Orin getting taken away. Gwen played that one last week. I assume we're going to go back to a first rotation Maokai as he had done for the first 4 weeks straight here. But on the other side of things, EGD banning two of Cameron's bot lane mages, as well as the Lulu, which I believe Zwerves played last week. And actually, no, they're going for the Lover's Lane, so they are leaving Maokai up. Maybe tempting Broke Bottom Boys to pick it. I don't really think they have a Maokai player.
Yeah.
I don't know. That does not scream Boozgraph to me, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
But I mean, I feel like anyone in this league should, if you are expected to play that top lane role, you have to maybe step into that Maokai role every once in a while. But
hey man, I did everything in my power to never learn that champ, and I succeeded.
That's honestly pretty impressive, to play top lane and to never play Maokai. That's
played him like twice, and I was like, nah, fuck this. It was good. That being said, I would not rule out some kind of funky role swaps here on the BBB side. There's more questions than can be answered as far as who's going to go where for this team, but it would not surprise me if they want to do everything in their power to get Wang out of the jungle. And if he is in the jungle, we're going to keep memeing about it. But we're not going to meme about are these picks. Nocturne and Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks.
Albino Joe, 100%.
100% in a support role.
I'm thinking so. I think Camer wanted his boy back. Give me Albino Joe at the support positions, Werbs in the mid lane, Wang in the jungle. That's where I think this team is gonna go.
I'll be funneling.
And welcome to League of Legends in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, is he a viable pick? I assume he would be.
Yeah.
Everything's viable. I mean, hell, the fucking Fiddlesticks is in the game.
Yeah, no, I think he works well, actually. He's I've at least heard he's been picked in pro play a few times, so
there you go. This should be very interesting. And there's the Darius fan.
What the fuck? Who the fuck? Oh yeah, I guess never mind. Sorry, Bestest one played Darius once this season and absolutely popped off. I was like, Gwen's not gonna play that. Dumdrum's not gonna play that. No, of course the mid laner's gonna play that.
Yep.
Don't think you a big sissy.
I think he's gonna get around to that with a Mundo ban. Has not been picked by BBB yet, but it's a pretty solid pick, especially into the Maokai. So.
Right, exactly.
Probably scouting that out for practice games, and then Yasuo rounded things out. So more the AD assassins targeted at Bestest one. I think they're more worried about that than I think Dubdrum's going to pick, which is probably the smart way to go with these bans. Dubdrum can play enough And looking like he's
No.
going to go over to that Skarner,
Yeah,
which,
his beloved Skarner. And I mean Skarner, I've definitely seen him in pro play, and so I don't know where he sits in the whole tiers of jungle champions, but I mean he seems to be pretty damn good right now.
yeah, and on the tier of Dub Drum champions, maybe the best. So,
Yeah. So,
and it works with everything this team does. He hasn't played it in a few weeks, but he did. Actually, he's only played it once this season. I think it's drawn a few bans. Dub has played a surprisingly varied amount of champs, and ooh, we got Garen coming back out for BBB. I'm not even sure if this is back out or out for the first time. This is actually out for the first time. I think I'm thinking of Fragu's picked this already this season.
yep. So no
But,
Darius, but we get the Garen. And I'm interested to see if an ADC is going to be picked here. It will definitely not be, as Lissandra is locked in for the Broke Bottom boys.
Yeah, they tried playing Cameron at ADC last week. It didn't go well, so maybe they're thinking they got to go back to what worked better. Put him back to one of these mages. It could be any of these mages. I don't know what Cameron's gonna pick or play.
Yeah, out of all of these champions, yeah. And so Wang, yeah, definitely is probably gonna go jungle. He has that smite still selected there, and Orianna will be the mid pick. For EGD. Uh,
All right, so it's gonna looking like it's gonna be Swain Fiddlesticks here, and we've got a triple teleport composition coming out of BBB.
wow. Okay. That's that's something new. I haven't seen that one before.
Oh man, dude, that's one of the most exciting flavors of this current game.
Wow. All right. This should be very fun. Two ignites too. Like to see that. Like to see that extra fire. Maybe bestest one with that ignite really. He's gonna try to take an early dominant lead in the lane against Swerves.
Yeah, and with how he's been playing in laning phases this season, I think that's how Bestest One should be playing. Oriana's always had a bit more kill pressure than she gets credit for. Lissandra, she can kind of get pushed around early. And if you're EGD, thinking about, okay, what could influence this jungle matchup? Well, if a support's going to roam, most likely it's going to be hook reset showing up before Albano Joe. If it's going to be jungle pressure, it's absolutely going to be better coming from Dubdrum than it is from Wang. Go all in, try to get those kills. By the way, we did have one swap here on BBB. Boozgraph not keeping that teleport. He's gonna try to burn down the tree.
Okay. Yeah. So they are putting some eggs in that basket of winning the lane against Maokai. Wonder if Wang is gonna sort of route towards the top side of the map and try to take Gwen out of the picture here.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a disaster if we see a Gwen win this lane. Or I mean, even if a Gwen goes even in this lane.
Yeah.
And the way I've watched a Gwen play this season, well, Boozgraph maybe gave him the most fight we've seen anyone give him for the first 10, 12 minutes of the matchup last week, but then Gwen just took over like he has all season long.
Yeah. Patient play, smart, too, working well with Dubdrum, his jungler this season, extremely well, and just as a team, all together. EGD obviously at the top of the table here at 5-0. So whatever they're doing it right. But in terms of this bottom lane, Cameron not being on the ADC, Mr. Tuesday being on the Xayah, obviously there's some better late game scaling on the side of EGD. What do you think Broke Bottom boys have to do in this bottom lane to get Cameron into the place he needs to be?
Uh, get ults, pop ults. We gotta see kills in this lane for Cammer, and we've seen some bad laning phases out of Cammer this season, like just some straight up bad laning phases. Obviously, he's I think been feeling the pressure of trying to carry his lane mates, but he's been kind of falling flat on his face more than not. If you take out that one, the single BBB win where he solo dragged the team as Vladimir. And this is another game where he's not going to get a chance to outscale if this goes late, or even at least like moderately match the scaling. EGD is going to hard outscale if this game goes late.
Yeah, they have a very traditional composition, right? Two tanks, AP, AOE mage, and then the scaling ADC, and just an ADC in general. So yeah, it's pretty textbook here for EGD. There's not a lot of finesse that they have to do in the early game to get him to a good late game picture. But on the side of Broke Bottom Boys, started realizing, I mean, they have 2 teleports, but they also have Nocturne as well for some global pressure. So they could be anywhere all at once, it seems. I wonder if they're going to try to capitalize that down bot, or they're going to try to push it up top. Because I think mid lane's probably going to be left alone here, unfortunately for Zwerfs.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Zwerps to hold his own here, because if he just gets caved in the 1v1, it's going to really slow down everything that this BBB comp would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I personally do not have a lot of faith in that BBB snowball to get going. We haven't really seen them. I'm not sure we've seen them effectively snowball once this season.
No, not in particular.
And oh, look at Mr. and Mrs. Resets down there with the matching
Oh,
portraits.
whoa, that is
That's
so cool.
that is so cute.
Wow.
And this skin game has gotten so much better since I quit.
Really? I mean they're pretty crazy. Holy shit, this Skarner skin. Damn, this looks badass, yeah.
Shout out to the Broke Bottom Boys for bringing back the skins I know and love. Wang has been running that Nocturne skin for 8 years now. Albino Joe has been running that Fiddlestick skin for as long as I can remember. We could just get Camera onto a nice classic Swain skin. This team would be a comfort place for me.
Yeah. Is there a classic Swain?
Absolutely not. Riot doesn't do that anymore.
Ah!
Team Swain is all we have left.
Oh, well. God bless Team Swain. Alright, here we are loading into Summoner's Rift. Game 1 of Week 6 of the Swain Baddy League.
EGD gonna attempt to keep marching towards that 10-0 season.
Well, I guess that's a question. Do you think that's possible? Is that in reach for
Yes,
EGD?
I absolutely do, and I mean, at this point, I feel like it's a 2/3 chance that they're gonna do it. As EGD's maybe looking, sorry, BBB is maybe looking for a level 1 here. I don't know what they're doing.
They're all running out fast, looking for something, but everyone fans out from EGD, so a pretty safe setup here. I don't think too much is gonna happen, but as I say that, BBB walks through Pixel Brush, gets spotted out by an early ward, and probably gonna be no fighting here.
Yeah, but BBB keeps pushing. They drop the ward at blue. Dumjum's just gonna route over to the red side.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually gonna start over there.
Now,
Not
if this
gonna
was
risk it.
professional level League of Legends, I would make some comments about how this is an intelligent plan to force Dumjum over to the red side of the jungle. Make sure that he can't gank the top lane early, because he's going to be on the blue side of the map at the same time that Wang would be getting up there, where Wang will have the chance to go for a nice, unopposed gank. That is what just happened in an ideal world. This is not that ideal world. This is my Wang.
This is my
He's
way.
going to do whatever he wanted to do anyways.
They don't understand any of that high levelness that could have been for them invading the blue, but they just did it.
Alright, early trades going on. I wouldn't predict anything too crazy in the first few levels, any of these lanes, except for maybe top, but like Gwen is probably too good to get capitalized on as yeah, they're just laning.
Just laning. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So. Albino Joe on this Fiddlesticks, I'm glad to see this. I've always appreciated his support and what he can offer.
Yeah, and there's the little 2-rush out of Camera. He's pushing forward. They get the snare onto Hook because 56 has a flash. They pop the heal, but flashes forward out of Albino Joe. The ignites down, but it's not enough. And now Mr. Tuesday trying to mop this one up.
Ooh, that was sneaky, man. Yeah, they almost pulled a fast one on quick resets there. Had to blow the flash and get the heal out of Mr. Tuesday, but both summoners down.
Yes. Ooh, Swerve's getting chunked down this mid lane. This could get spicy fast. This Dubdrum is on the bot side of the map, currently going for invade. Now he's routing the long way behind bot lane. Oh man, Albino Joe and Camera are gonna die here.
Yeah, but they are still in the middle of the lane. Dubdrum is now making his entrance from the rear here. Tries to lands the E. There's the flash on Albino Joe, and there's the knockup. First blood going over to hook resets.
Oh, of course, it's always to hook resets, isn't it?
Yeah.
As Camera is trying to chase this one down in the 1v3. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, My Wang did get a nice gank on the best this one. Forced a flash out of him that we didn't get to comment on. As this game is getting spicy early.
Yeah, I mean, action in the mid and bottom. Yeah, direct to camera not even picking up what happened in mid there, but all we know is, you know, Wang coming in through the mid lane, Swerve's probably landing some CC and getting that flash early out of best this one. This is a pretty okay start from the Broke Bottom boys.
I love that sight of Camera chasing in a 1 versus 3. As we break things down here, it looks like Boostgraph has some semblance of an idea how to play this lane, as he is building up a CS advantage in the top lane, which is good. It should be a fairly simple execution as Ignite Garen here. And Gwen not taking any major chances. As I say that, wants to walk up for that cannon creep, and he's going to take a quarter of his health.
Yeah, he's doing pretty. He's 11 CS on 10 CS up. He still has that health pot over at Gwen here.
Yeah, he's mopping up some of these creeps, but I mean, this is a matchup where I would think, oh, maybe a matchup where Albino Joe's gonna get called. He has no flash, and there we go. Mr. Tuesday gets the kill. Camera's bot lane nightmare continues for another week.
Ooh, yeah. A comment I was gonna make earlier about Fiddlesticks. While he is fun and has a lot of unique abilities, he is paper thin, and without flash, you're basically useless. You cannot really walk anywhere too far and get caught out too far there.
Yeah, maybe the least tanky champion in the entire game. As here we go in the top lane, flash forced out of Boostgraph. They're trying to get a stun down here. They're gonna do some damage but not get the kill. It's the same thing happens in the mid lane.
Oh!
As, oh wait, what? We're back to the mid lane. Best one gets the kill in the 1 versus 2. It's gonna be a trade with My Wang returning.
Alright, yeah, and yeah, so I guess mirror ganks, one in the top, one in the bottom for the opposite teams there, and Swerves, I think in an ideal world wouldn't go down there, best one getting that kill credit in the 1v2 situation, but they do get a kill over to My Wang on the Nocturne.
Yeah, which is all, you know, in an ideal world, one of the better places to get the kills. You want that Nocturne snowball to be going.
Yep, exactly. And Boostgraph, yeah, he had to blow the flash there. Dubdrum exerting the pressure at the top lane as well.
By the way, in that top lane, PS was close to even there until like one roamed away, but we got the fight breaking back on the bot lane. Hookby Such though is taking some decent damage. Now there we go. They turned out Albino, they killed Albino Joe, and now they're going forward. Mr. Tuesday going on to Camera, who does have a flash available. He's trying to hold it. And yeah, neither of these guys are going to blow their flash. As now the fight breaks out in the river here. Is a Gwen tanky enough to hold on to this Garen?
Oh, he got
Maokai, they've got the roots. Boostgraph does not have a flash available, and a Gwen, as he always does, coming up big in this top lane.
Yeah, he kind of got baited into that, but I think it's actually a heads-up knockback from a Gwen because he knocked him further into the river and then used his ult to trap his escape, so he gets cornered by Dubdrum there. And you could see it on the mini-map while that play was developing.
Yeah.
Camera, no!
Bot lane. Camera teleports into the bot lane to immediately die. This broke bottom boys bot lane 0-4-0 combined.
Oh my god, I'm watching that happen, and I was like, there's no way this is going to happen. This is going to ruin my point. But Camera goes down. I mean, only for the first time here, but things have really gotten out of hand. 6-1 for EGD. This bot lane, they were, I guess, upset about that early pressure.
Albino just dinged level 4. When I started that sentence, he was level 3. The entire point of picking these double mage bot lanes is to snowball.
Yeah.
Like, what is a Fiddlesticks this far behind going to do at any point in this match?
Yeah, it's not looking good, right? It's a pick that requires so much finesse, and it didn't really come out, but the Shockwave does. My Wang picking up the last hit on the bestest one again, really bringing it to him in the mid lane.
Yeah, there's a pick that doesn't require much finesse. You see that dude push, you fucking give him the darkness.
Joe, get out.
Every time I see directed camera cut to Albino Joe, I panic.
I know. Internally screaming, just back up, just go back to your Nexus. You can't do anything right now.
Alright, so we do see all 5 members of Broke Bottom Boys roaming towards this dragon. This isn't Infernal, so they may want to contest this. But Gwen does have a teleport to match if they want to fight it. And now Dub Drum's coming in. They're feeling this thing on the Lissandra, going for a pocket. Gonna get healed up. No, there's no Lissandra off the dragon. He's been disengaged. There are still no solo laners here from EGD, though, and it's a 1-for-1 so far. Tuesday and Resets have a long way to go to get back out of this tower. They're dropping the Zion. There we go. The shutdown coming from the Garen ultimate, but now the solo laners coming up the river. A big ball coming. Homies are splashing. And now with Gwen flashing as well, they're taking out the Wang, laying down the damage on the boost grab. Gonna try to get their second kill here. Suki Sets is dashing around the shield, just barely saving his life. Oriana mopping up the boost grab, and now they're putting out more damage. Messes will play this one forward aggressively, gets the ball damage. Gwen looking at the tower dive and not gonna take it. They're gonna just shove this wave. It's a 1-for-2.
At the end of it all, yep, the Infernal Dragon lives, but EGD coming out ahead once again in this exchange. But if a 3v3 here, yeah, they want to push them off. There's Swerves with the flash W, and Gwen going back in to release the pressure, and the fear comes back. Everyone's so low on BBB. The best one takes the tower shot, but has the E up to survive.
That was... I don't want to use the word clutch, I want to use the word lucky.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward dragon encounter there. BBB doing the dragon. Looks like they were basically saying, hey, let's just burn this. We might lose somebody, but we'll get this Infernal Drake. But Dub Dub just goes over, snatches Swerves, and just drags him away and kills him for free. So it was kind of a reaction play from BBB. There's Wang going in.
No.
He's looking for the one hit on hook resets, but
No, what a waste of it all. He's got Swerves coming in, but Swerves doesn't. Just got knocked up, but now with Gwen teleporting in, they see this fight. The Sandra ult comes out just to disengage, and Gwen just stops that fight from going anywhere by showing up, but that will give EGD the chance to this dragon now that they have their smite back in the neighborhood.
Oh, but all 5 members are going to be here. Maybe some of them don't have full HP bars, but they are going to come in and try to contest this. Albino Joe not level 6 yet on this Fiddlestick. And there it is. Dub Jump secures the Infernal Drake.
Oh! The Shockwave is really going to one, and this is a disaster! Oh my god! It's going to be an ace. They don't lose anything. Feel this thing, remember, just to fucking round things out. A 0-for-5 for EGD, and what a god-awful team fight for the Broke Bottom Boys. They were so overcome with the desire to contest that dragon, even though they had no chance. Their support, Albino Joe Fiddlesticks, does nothing until level 6. Wang, with the smite, to challenge, was already chunked to a quarter health and had no way to make it into that fight. That needed to be called off, and they sat around doing the dance with no dominant shot caller on their team to tell them to get the fuck out of the river until Bestest One is able to line up the 3-man Shockwave and just probably end this game.
Eloquently put. It's pretty spot on. The game plan going forward here for Broke Bottom Boys, it's not created yet. They're still working on it. I don't know how they're gonna try to work their way out of this one, but I mean, we already talked about it in the draft. The late game potential out of this EGD lineup is insane. Mr. Tuesday on Zaya 4-1 and 3. I mean, he's gonna remain unkillable this whole game as long as he has his R up. Man, bestest one too. Look at them coming back 6-2 and 1. So much pressure put on it in the early game.
Albino Joe watch just dinged level 6. Just a heads up.
Well, here we go. We got some dank Fiddlesticks ults coming in. Oh, look at him. He's standing still. His hands are off the keyboard. He's fucking ready.
in the position he's looking for. Mr. Tuesday, watch out. That is a scary little fiddlesticks. He wants to kill you.
Yeah, oh, see, the thing is at this point, Joe's probably thinking, I'm just going to look for the dankest ults and try to surprise somebody. Catch him off guard. I don't think that's going to happen today, though. Unfortunately for the Broke Bottom boys, Dubjum, he's coming around this corner. He is so fast. There's the smite to slow him down. The flash of boost grab, but it's not going to be enough. The Scorpion pincers take him down, and Bestis one secures another.
Bestis one up to 7 kills at the 13-minute mark. God, the thing with EGD is it's not just that they're smashing everywhere. There's so many little things I catch them doing to set up these bigger plays. They play such smart League of Legends in addition to being so insanely individually skilled.
Yeah, exactly. They're the complete package, right? They're the right amount of mechanical skill and brains to get you to a good end result. Pretty much all of the time, and they're looking to make it 6 in a row this season.
Yeah, as they're currently winning a fight on 2 fronts, although, as I say that, Mr. Tuesday forced to flash up, and here comes the surprise party! The flashes into his death! 0, 5, and 2, and now Cameron just hoping to make something happen here. He's currently flashing forward, but Zaya gonna dodge him with the ult. Now Rakan going in, getting the knockup for the auto attack's coming up, and Mr. Tuesday gets the second.
I mean, I don't know too much about new Swain, but I don't think he had the damage potential to pick up any kills after that flash.
No, I can't imagine the 0-2 Swain was gonna outdamage the combined 7 kill.
That looked like a very tilted flash forward.
But that looks like, I mean, honestly, Cameron just looks like a very tilted player this entire season. Every week, it feels like something like this happens. And, I mean, if I had to guess, I think he's just really upset about the support play he's had. Because he's had support players going 0-2, 0-3 every single week. He's had mid laners getting ganked, flash, and oh, Zorb's gonna keep his life.
It's very, very surprising there, but every little things like that matter for Rogue Battle Boys if they want to try to come back and win here. The Rift Herald is summoned in the mid lane for EGD. Wang walking the wrong way through the map. Yeah, oh yeah. See, I mean that's true. You're talking about the support play for BBB being bad, Cameron being frustrated by that. Obviously, Albino Joe is a good support player, but today on the Rift he picked Fiddlesticks, and he got tails when he flipped the coin. So the future weeks could be a little bit different of a story, but unfortunately, not so much today.
Gwen goes pretty ballsy trying to interrupt that back, but Booze gets it off.
Count it. That's a win. Got the flash.
Anyway, we got Boozgraph here with the 15-minute Trinity Force ready to start this Garen snowball.
Yeah, it's just he was in the bottom lane, pushed it out a little bit, so now they're focusing on trying to keep this tier 2 in the top lane, but EGD gonna make a team decision here and recall buy up. Dragon is respawning in 16 seconds. And it is a Mountain Drake. Another very valuable Drake for EGD closing out this game.
Yeah, I don't know. EGD could probably skip that one and just go straight for the Nexus Drake at this point. But they're going to play a little less impatience than I would meme about, as my Wang's getting caught out here. He's in danger. He's in a lot of danger. No, he's in danger! My Wang now crashes out. Only way he's getting in to contest this dragon is with the ultimate, and it's too late for that. Second dragon of the game secured. EGD continues the dominance.
So, teleports up for a Gwen here, but he is on the bot side, grouped up with his teammates. And looks like
Oh,
BBB's
they're
gonna
diving.
respond accordingly. Yeah, they're way past the tier 2 here. Boozgraphs is caught in a new no man's land here as he tries to spin to win, uses the ult early on Mr. Tuesday just to try to get as much damage out as possible. But it won't be too much here. Malkael comes through. Wang going into the backline to pull the pressure off, but it's not gonna work. Double kill for Tuesday. And EDD marches forward as they pick up these kills. Oh, it's a party!
Oh, it's like that birthday party that no one came to when you were a kid. What a sad surprise coming out of Fiddlesticks. As the BBB bot lane is now a combined 0 and 10. BBB about to lose their first inhibitor of this game. And I want to shout out EGD. There was a point there where Wang dived backwards onto Mr. Tuesday trying to find something in that fight. And EGD all turn to kill the sole member on their AD carry. So few SPL teams can turn that efficiently.
I know. It was a thing of beauty that the teamwork and coordination out of EGD is at the highest level here in Swain Baddy League Season 11.
Yeah, it's ballooning that lead up to 12,500 as Boozgraph is looking for something, thinking about something crazy.
You know, Boozgraph, out of everyone on his team, he had a pretty good game today.
Oh, I'm gonna hard disagree actually.
Comparative to the rest of his teammates?
I mean, yeah, he's not inting, but
Yeah, that's what.
I think the thing is, the situation he was in, he also was required to accomplish more than his teammates. This guy was an Ignite Garen going into a Maokai lane, who was forced into easy kill situations by Gwen. He was just manipulated around the map by a Gwen. I think Wang and Zwerps both played better than Booz, but obviously they all played substantially better than their bot lane.
True. Trinity Force Garen. I don't know why everyone's upset about that. I mean, that seems smart. You need more damage.
Yeah, I think it's more about the of the builds. You want to see Garen with it more by now.
Yeah, and Jump coming in so fast. He has the need for speed, but maybe too fast. Albino Joe picks up his first kill of the day. The surprise party is successful. And EGD loses the member for the first time in a very long time. Gwen with the slow roll ult. Will they pick up more? They do. Best one legendary.
Good God, we see Dubdrum maybe getting a little too dubby for his own good there, but it still turns into a one-team fight for EGD off of that super slow max range Maokai ult. And now here we are, sieging onto a second inhibitor tower. Boozgraph looking for the ult, forcing a flash on the best one. He goes to P5 the best one. Now he returns into his base gate as, what the fuck was that teleport? I don't know. But BBB is pushing this one forward. A Gwen with the knock aside, but this is going to be a long chase, and I think it's going to be some kills, as now EGD is going to try to turn this one. And Jesus Christ, condemning Mr. Tuesday, condemning his opponents to the death. And there it is, a triple kill for the Xayah.
Oh!
A kill for the Xayah. And now it's Swerps looking to make the miracle save here.
It's going in deep. Follow me, guys. And here, Dubdrum, fresh off the respawn, is ready to root him or take him along. There's the self ult to try to stay longer.
Yeah, they do get the kill on the AD carry. There's going to be some respawns here. They're going to probably have to actually use these creeps to take this Nexus out. This is by no means a done deal, as a Gwen is torn between wanting to finish and wanting to fight here, but I actually think this is going to go okay for BBB. As we see a Gwen chasing down the kills, but... Sorry, that was Dubdrum chasing down the kills, but BBB mops up with a few hundred health remaining on their Nexus, and fortunately for us, we're going to get to watch this game a little longer. Bestest one going to make the smart play and just take out another inhibitor while he's in the neighborhood, because he is not finishing this game. And maybe not even finishing that inhibitor. No, he is willing to give his life for the cause, but now here comes Wang. Can Bestest one fight these two off by himself? The answer is no, and we'll see this game go to 24 minutes.
Yeah. Just you know, a little bit of laziness, I guess, for EGD here. Pretty sure it could have been ended there, but we're just playing it out a little bit longer for some fun. You know, games are so short these days for League of Legends.
Yeah, it's kind of a good strat to practice playing with the 13,000 gold lead a little longer. You don't get into that situation without already having won very often, so it's rare to get such an easy opportunity to practice that specific game scenario.
Yeah.
So I see what EGD is doing here. I respect it.
Yep.
By the way, congrats to Camer and Albino Joe. They have put some kills on the board, so I can't keep counting down their 0 kill, many death counts as this game goes on. But we're going to see the worst case scenario for BBB here is EGG's going to just march over to Baron Nashor, take Baron Nashor, take the Nexus.
Yep, pretty straightforward action plan for EGD to round this game out. Broke bottom boys though. Here they are. They're coming through the jungle. The Cammer gets hit with a shockwave.
Yeah, that's this one goes. Zone's weighing out most importantly, so there's no smite coming in there for a potential 60-40. And now we're going to see the slow march with these creeps. They're going to wipe out all of the inhibitors. And maybe not going to be long as Dubdrum flashes forward, finds the sting, but Swarms does not quite go down. And now Wang going forward. He wants to take out this Orianna. This is a 2 versus 3, and there is no Xayah here. They get the Orianna. As once again, maybe BBB closing this out a little greedily, but there is a big Baron wave coming towards this last inhibitor turret that had no health remaining. And with the Xayah there, they're going to try to shred through this inhibitor. This is an outnumbered situation in BBB's favor, but they had to blow some big moves to get that catch on to best this one. And EGD looks like they want to play this one confidently. They have the gold lead. They can fight. Outnumbered. Got the damage, but where's the damage? There was no damage coming on that Fiddlesticks. But maybe it doesn't matter. Swain does have the damage. They get 3 kills. And now it's just a Gwen fighting solo, trying to pick up a kill, but he doesn't find it. And there's an ace for BBB.
Oh, what? I dare say BBB actually played that team fight really well. And Albino Joe, he now has the Zonia's Hourglass, which was used to high efficiency there. He basically hit everyone with his ultimate, but everyone on BBB, they're diving in and out of the fight as there was a couple low health members there, but working together, they killed 4 people. Granted, they were up a person, but...
Yeah, EGD without their 12 kill Orianna in that fight, and they were playing pretty aggressively, no respect, because now Zorbs though looking for a kill here. Bestest one and maybe getting caught out, delaying this game even more. Zorbs has the Zanias, but oh, he still goes down, and that could be the game-ending kill.
Yes, 37 seconds now. Death timer for Zwergs. I mean, they already got the Baron. There's no Dragon up, so it's really just picking up those red buff for Xayah and marching down mid or bottom. But inhibits are exposed here for BBB.
Whatever chance BBB had of getting some momentum there, wiped away. So we'll see if BBB finds a pick before the fight breaks out again. As it looks like EGD is content to slow play this one now. They are properly prepping some waves. They're going to go for a proper Nexus closeout after 2 rushed fights in the enemy base. And to be honest, those were the types of fights where when you're 7,000 gold ahead, throw games. Fortunately for EGD, the lead was a lot bigger than that, and this won't have mattered. But we have seen this happen once or twice out of EGD. It's always been when they've been so far ahead that they can't throw the game away. But maybe something to keep an eye out when they play, say, Back in Our Day or Ornhub. Will they ever get too greedy and throw a game? We got 4 weeks to find out.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, at the way that they're playing it, unlikely.
Yeah, still a 15,000 gold lead at 27 minutes for everything that's could have gone wrong. As now here goes Worms going in, looking for the big ult. Gwen playing this fight, DP zoning a lot of members away. As Albino Joe gets picked, does not click, does not. He is popped too fast, and now BBB are being shredded apart. Cameron nearly down, but he does get the close down. The best one actually dies. He never popped the shot right there. But I don't know if it's going to matter. Zaya is putting out so much damage, and he is under no threat. Boostgraph trying to chase out his AD carry, but does not find him, and that is going to do it. Just Cameron alive with another triple kill for Mr. Tuesday. They're going to finish this one off with a second quadra kill of the game. And now Vestas wants 18 kills. Not going to be the only 18 kill game EGD has pulled off this season. As Zaya from Mr. Tuesday gonna match an easy game, easy life win for EGD.
Nice. Very nice. Out of EGD. Looking unstoppable this season. But the Broke Bottom boys, unfortunately, still at the bottom here, but the season is not over yet. There are still plenty of teams in the bottom half of the 6 that they could try to fight their way into the playoffs. It's the top 5 teams that make it into the playoffs.
So I feel like we gotta find an interview. I would personally like to hear from Mr. Tuesday, who...
I would too, but he's having mic problems.
Oh no.
I believe. I mean, maybe. I'll ask him. I would like to.
Well, let's find out real fast, as I do not appear to be friends with him in the League client, so no message forwards from me.
If we couldn't talk to him, who would you talk to?
Well, we've heard from Bestus a few times this season.
I mean, we've heard from
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah, this team keeps winning, man. So it's.
They can put forward a candidate here. Oh wait, Mr. Wait. All right, yeah, he's should be joining here.
All right, yeah, as I say, is he still having mic issues? Aren't I casting the next game with him?
Nope. Surprise.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey.
All right, there he is, Mr. Tuesday. Welcome.
Hello.
I see it lighting up, but I hear no sound.
The mic problems, they're happening. No.
All right, well, we don't want to run all day just for this interview. So 30, I got a plan. I'll pretend to be Mr. Tuesday. You interview me real fast.
Okay,
can you hear me now?
Oh!
Yes,
All right, there we go.
This
All
is
right,
good,
I had to
'cause
change something up. All right, here we go.
I was about to embarrass you, but I'll let you
Apologies,
embarrass Broke
apologies.
Bottom Boys instead. So, Mr. Tuesday, how does it feel to have a team that sets you up so beautifully in these games? They look like they are making your life very easy as the AD carry, and you've been doing a fantastic job of capitalizing a lot of these weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really good just to have, I mean, especially just to play with Cal, because I've been playing with Cal forever, it feels like. And then we got, Bestis, who seems like he gets 700 kills every game. And then Dub plays whatever. And then Hibbs just plays tank. So, I mean, it just feels really good to be able to just sit there and do my job and win games.
Nice. So this week it was, the Grudge week, so you already had played Broke Bottom Boys in the week following. Were there any preparations made based off your previous game with them, or did you guys just go in, using your sort of default strategy?
We kind of had to change our band strategy up a little bit because we thought we were gonna play against Goku Rose, but then no, we had to play against Joe instead. But I mean, it didn't change too much. We just switched out a couple of our bands. The pick and ban was kind of shaky because we were kind of trying to figure out where Swain was going. We figured he was going bottom, but we weren't really sure. So we didn't have really much preparation from the last week to this. We just kind of stuck to our own strategy, and it seems to be working. So.
Well, that's good. Swift, any other hard-hitting questions for Tuesday?
All right, yeah, I'm asking it every week. Is your team going to go 10-0?
I think we are, honestly, at this point.
That's the
I'll be the
right
first to say
answer.
it since nobody else will, so I'll say it.
Yeah, it's early, but you guys are looking to be in the pantheon of great bad League of Legends teams, and I'm excited to see the race for 10-0. So we'll see where this goes. But congrats on a fantastic win and a fantastic game out of you. And that's going to round it up for game one here, guys. So stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. We have Back in Our Day versus Down to Fuck. The Dive the Fountain coming up next. Don't put full team names in, not just abbreviations.
Whoopsies.